Okay.
And we're live again.
Are we back? Having some technical difficulties today. First time ever we've had poor connection, which I think it's this corner of our office.
As long as our connection is strong.
Oh, nice.
That's what matters. But yeah, we're back. And it looks like a few of you are coming back as well.
Nice.
Thanks for your patience.
We already poured our tea. Which one are you drinking?
I got the Irish breakfast tea.
We need to mix it up a little bit. I got the lemon ginger. Now as the weather's getting warmer, I'm like craving more like cold teas.
Maybe we need Chantel to add like a mystery tea each week to the mix so that there's like just something fresh, you know?
Mm-hmm. But like it should be in like a black tea bag or something, so you don't know what.
There's an idea.
What it's gonna be.
Okay, the mystery box, and then we have to like taste it and try to figure out what it is.
No, I would never. I'd be so terrible at that because you can barely taste tea already.
That's
Every
true.
tea tastes the same to me. Yeah. Gotta move up your mic.
It's not on.
It's not making noise.
Can everyone hear me? If you can hear me, drop a little waving emoji.
Check. Test 1, 2. Can you hear me? Check 1, 2.
Buckle my shoe.
Chickadee, check yourself.
Thanks, Ben. Shout out to Ben. He says he can hear. If you can hear Mike, drop a little peace sign emoji. Oh, I sound flawless.
What about
Thank
me,
you so
Leah?
much.
Danny? Ben? Can you guys hear me?
No one can hear you.
Interesting.
Can still hear Mike, just not as loud. Just move it all the way up.
Clip in your beard.
Or you can just hold it.
I'm just going to hold it.
Yeah, do that.
Can you hear me now? Is that better?
Now I'm jealous. I kind of want to hold mine. Well, maybe I'll just sleep fine.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You need your hands for all of this.
For all the ways I talk. Mitzi wearing my favorite outfit. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, I'll just talk loud in case I'm just getting picked up by your mic.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Anyways.
This is Tea for Lunch.
Yeah, welcome to Tea for Lunch, the show where we serve up the news you need to know in 15 minutes or less.
Yes. And before we get into the stories today, how are you doing? How's your week so far?
My week has been very full. Lots of calls, lots of activity, but I'm feeling pretty good today because the weather is nice.
Yes.
We live in the prairies, but so the winters are long, but today I think it's supposed to be 17 degrees Celsius.
Mm-hmm. What is that in Fahrenheit?
That's about 60 to 65 degrees.
It's impressive. I could not do the math, especially on the spot.
Well, you got me.
True.
But anyways, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Like, weather's good, feeling good. I feel like spring is on the horizon. We've been busy also planning a lot of trips and activities. We are taking our whole team to a conference in 2 weeks. Next week?
Yeah.
No, 2 weeks. We're going to the Gathering in Banff, which is the first time we were talking like, when was the last time you've been to a conference?
The last one for me was the Gathering, but we
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
bring the whole
true.
team. It was just me and Josiah, and I think is watching right now.
Yeah, I haven't been to the Gathering like physically, and then I was trying to think about the last time I've been to the conference. It was like years before COVID, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's been so long. So it's going to be a bit of like a shock to the system to be out with people so much and like socializing and chatting business, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
I think we're going to meet a lot of great people. It's more of an inspirational conference than like practical takeaways, because you're hearing from like the global head of marketing for the NFL or for like Microsoft, you know, so it's not necessarily the kind of stuff that you take away and apply as like a small to medium-sized brand or an agency, but
Right.
It's going to be awesome. We're going to come back with lots of great ideas.
Yeah, I got lots of like content ideas for it, so we're going to have a good time. It's going to be busy, but
blow up for sure.
it's going to be fun. I'm excited. Other than that, it's been pretty chill, like normal stuff. Like, we don't do much other than like go home and watch TV after we have dinner.
Yeah, I wasn't on the show last week because I was sick. I feel like we've just been taking turns being sick for the last few months.
True.
We've been watching a lot of TV. I feel like we're always late to shows.
We're not always late to shows.
Well, you just started watching Bridgerton. So
Yeah,
you're late.
I'm late to that party, but I feel like we're up on most of the shows.
I just started watching Formula One, and the fourth season just started, so I am playing catch up on that. So I don't know, find me a show that we were on time with.
We were on time with like most of the Apple shows, like Ted Lasso,
Apple TV
morning show.
We're diligent with Apple TV Plus, but Netflix, HBO, not so much.
Yeah, but that's okay. We don't have to be up on every single show.
You're right, we don't.
But it's a nice palate cleanser, I find, when we're watching Bridgerton and then we jump to Formula One, because it kind of like puts things back into perspective.
I definitely need to cleanse
like
my
balances
palate
it.
after Bridgerton. Let me tell you that.
Anyways,
that
we're not
show's too much.
we won't get in the weeds on that. But let's talk about the show. So if you're new here, every week we'll come at you with a main story covering some sort of angle in marketing or tech, along with some other fun stories that's happening in pop culture. We go live on Instagram every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or 11:30 a.m. PST or 2:30 EST. 2:30 EST. So let's get into our first story. This is a big one coming out of the world of Twitter. Twitter confirms it is working on an edit button. This has been a highly requested feature since like the dawn of Twitter, and it's coming all thanks to its new shareholder, Elon Musk. Elon Musk went to Twitter and asked, he created a Twitter poll asking who wants an edit feature, and then the CEO of Twitter reshared that one and said that please take this poll seriously because the results could impact future features. And then Twitter, like the Twitter account of Twitter, also tweeted that they are working on it. So it's happening. No idea when it will happen, but I think that's a pretty big deal.
I spend quite a bit of time on Twitter, and I feel like I've seen some speculation that it's not just like a standard edit button, but you'll actually, it's going to show edit history on a post. So.
Well, that's good.
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much that'll be useful for brands. Because if you like post a tweet as a brand, and then you want to edit something because something was wrong, or you had the wrong link, or the wrong creative, or something like that, and then you edit it, it's going to show that you made that mistake.
I'm not even thinking about it from a brand perspective. I'm just thinking about it from like a personal perspective. Like, think about Elon Musk. If like Elon Musk tweets something that's like maybe offensive or like inappropriate, I actually like the accountability like feature of seeing like when that was edited. And then the other thing is like I'm not actually interested in an edit feature for Twitter. I feel like what's great about Twitter is it's such a reactionary platform. Like if something big happens in the world, people go to Twitter first because like they're seeing people talk about it and it's happening in real time, and I think that's like so valuable. But if you introduce an edit feature, it kind of like almost like polishes Twitter when it's not really a polished platform. Like if you think about what happened to Instagram when they introduced an edit to your captions, every single Instagram post from then on has become perfectly polished and like completely like whatever. And it is nice to, you know, be able to edit a grammatical error or like edit, you know, if you meant to say one thing and you accidentally said something. That's not a bad thing to have, but I just feel like it's going to change the way people use Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious if you'll be able to only edit posts or if you'll be able to even like edit comments or like replies, because a reply on Twitter is technically a tweet as well. It's not, I feel like on Instagram, a post is a post and a comment is a comment.
Yeah.
You know? So if you can edit comments, then that's going to be interesting, because you could like start something in the comments and people could go off replying to you, and then you could change your comment altogether.
I don't think comments are even like comments in Twitter. I think they're all tweets.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you can edit a tweet, then hypothetically you can edit a reply, which is in effect a comment, which might just make it weird. And
yeah. I don't know. I'm not into the edits for Twitter. I think you gotta like keep Twitter raw and real, and like if you mess up, you need to be accountable for that. It's like, I don't know what else you'd use the edit feature other than like editing something that you didn't mean to post or tweet. So I think that it should stay that way.
Yeah. I think we just need an edit feature only for Kanye West.
I also don't agree with that either. Like, I mean, if you feel like you shouldn't tweet something, then don't tweet it. Like, if you feel like you're I don't think that anyone should be censored in that way.
I know. I just wanted to see your reaction.
Anyways, moving on.
The next story is kind of connected. It's absolutely about Twitter, and it's more specifically about Elon Musk. So we mentioned that he's the one that created the poll on Twitter asking people if they thought there should be an edit button. Well, he has an actual interest in this altogether because he recently now owns 9.2% of Twitter shares and has joined the board of Twitter. So he's obviously involved. The higher-ups from Twitter have clarified that as a board member, you don't get a say in product features. But
which is not true.
Yeah.
Because clearly, like, literally the first week, he's swaying product features.
Yeah, and the guy like Elon, he's not buying 9% of Twitter unless he gets a say, you know?
Yeah, and they did say, like, Twitter's committed to impartiality, development, and enforcement of its policies and rules. And we all know that Elon has, you know, come under some heat for not abiding by rules around, like, harassment. Well, maybe not harassment, but around, like, just... So that
And
will
we're
be
back.
interesting.
That will be interesting, won't it?
Yeah, like, how is he going to sway people, like, in terms of, like, how he wants to use Twitter? That will definitely be influencing how Twitter evolves moving forward.
Yeah, I'm honestly just curious what his next tweet is going to be, because, like...
He tweets, like, 25 times a day.
I know, but, like, what happened with his tweet to Putin about, like, having a duel?
I don't know. I'm sure.
I don't know. The guy's a goof.
Yeah. He is a goof.
Elon, if you're listening, you're a goof.
Elon, if you're listening, go to Taco Fino in Vancouver to try their tacos.
Yeah, Elon is in Vancouver
This weekend.
For TED. So
Anyways.
if you see him in the streets, ask him about his tweets.
All right, last story of the week. This one's kind of fun. Kourtney and Travis are officially, well, not
Who's that?
officially, are married. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker, Kravis, are married. The pair, who'd been dating since 2021 and obviously have taken over Instagram at least, maybe not the internet, but they reportedly tied the knot in Las Vegas after the Grammys on Sunday night, according to TMZ, which is actually a big authority when it comes to the Kardashians. They rocked up to the One Love Wedding Chapel in Vegas around 1:30 in the morning on Monday morning, and they had an Elvis impersonator officiate a marriage ceremony, which was observed by several witnesses. They also, okay, this is what I find interesting about this story. The chapel's owner went on to tell People magazine that the couple presented a marriage license and were super affectionate throughout the ceremony. But Kourtney Kardashian later posted photos from that ceremony and said that they walked into the chapel without a marriage certificate. So jury is still out. According to them and according to the Kardashian PR machine, they're not officially married, but I have a theory. I think that there was so much planning and so much hoopla around their wedding, and it's a major story arch for their new show. So I think that Kourtney just got annoyed and got over it and decided to just get married and elope with him at a Las Vegas wedding chapel without cameras. And so now they're backpedaling and people are like, oh, we want to see it on the show, blah, blah, blah. So now they're saying, oh, don't worry, that was just practice. It was just for fun. We didn't have a wedding license.
You've really thought about this. It does sound like Kourtney Kardashian.
I haven't even spent that much time thinking about it. I just know because I've seen the show and I know Kourtney's vibe and that she's not into all the
she really needs to
fanfare.
Feel like she's different.
And she also, I'm sure it's so annoying when remember when we were planning our wedding, it was annoying just getting family's opinions on things.
Ooh. So
imagine family and their family plus production teams, that is too much. So I get it. I'm all in favor of that. I hope they're actually married and I hope that they keep that private between just them, and whatever they end up doing for the cameras, let that be, but I hope that they had their private moment.
Was Scott Disick in attendance?
No, obviously not.
Why? He's a baby daddy.
Yeah, but he's also an ex. No,
No,
Mike,
it's
you're
the
just trying to
Kardashians.
stir the pot, and that's not that's an actual thing that could really happen.
No. Well, if he wasn't there, I wouldn't want to go.
Okay, anyways, are you gonna watch the new show when it comes out?
I think I am required to, by proxy. Really looking forward to it. Hopefully we're done Bridgerton by then, so I just have one thing I need to cleanse my palate from. But anyways, now that we've served you the tea, go eat something more substantial.
Thanks for watching.